Hello and welcome to AMZ TV House. It's your girl Ameze back on your screen, and thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm actually doing this, going live this late. But I wanted to because, oh yeah, let me say hello to all my people coming on. Ekene, Judge, Bravo, and I've got Benny, Juliet. Thank you all. Thank you for all the support. You know, I just want from the bottom of my heart, thank all those that have been with me on this journey, you know, from get-go till now. And, you know, watching my guest today, I had a lovely guest on. It was Sadiq Daba, and I am so happy that he was able to come on. That makes me really really happy. And we had a lot to talk about today. And that's one of the reasons why I actually wanted to come back this evening, because he did a movie called October 1. And in this movie, it was, again, October 1. For those of you who are Nigerians or friends of Nigerians, you know, October 1st is actually Independence Day of Nigeria. And one of the things I asked him today was, what has changed in 60 years? And today I have a panel of friends to discuss this with me, because unless you're living under a rock, there are lots of things happening in Nigeria right now with the tag name ENDSARS, S-A-R-S. And it's a movement that's been going on. And with me to talk about it, I'm just going to quickly bring them on. I have
okay. Hi, I'm Izzy.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And thank you for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having me.
I think someone things going on. Turn your volume down. Turn one of them. Is that better? I see echoing. There's a blowback. I know, right? That also was happening today. See, it's happening. So you see that the volume on? Did I just I have everything down. Yeah. Would that be? Hello?
Hi.
I can hear you clearly, just echo.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, we're going to try it out. But before we do that, hey Foxxy, thank you for coming on my show. So I'm going to throw the first question at you. Please, guys, you know what this echo thing. But what's going on in Nigeria? What is it? Foxxy.
Oh, Nana. Nana. Please feel free to call me Nana. My YouTube channel is Foxxy Mama 365. So be sure to check that out and hit that notification bell. So pretty much with the SARS, with this ENDSARS situation, for over a week now, the Nigerian youths have been out protesting, and the Nigerian youths now are no longer the Benue, which is our group. Our group were called Benue in Yoruba, and that means pretty much be quiet, keep quiet. You know, like in Africa, the way where we are from, that's how it is expected as a youth or as a child. When elders are talking, we keep quiet. But the youths now are called Sorosoke. Sorosoke, that means speak up, speak out, you know. So pretty much the youths have been speaking out.
Interesting. Again, we still have to I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. Driving me crazy. I'm going to refer to Amina show. Foxxy Mom, that's how I'm calling it. Because again, we want people to get used to that name. My dear sister, Queen Amina, what is going on in Nigeria? It's like right from
just like Nina said, the youths are no longer one generation. They're now speaking. The echoing is really frustrating. Can you get us off and come back?
We're gonna try that. Let's try that.
Sure.
So you guys. Okay, because when I'm talking, I don't hear any echoes. So it has to be coming from that end. So here we're going to try again. I'm bringing Foxxy back on.
Hi.
Okay.
And once, and yeah. Okay.
Bring one thing at a time. Figure it out.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So Nina needs to turn down something.
Mm-hmm.
So take me off. Take me off. Bring Nina on. Take me off. Bring Nina on so we can direct her how to put it.
Okay. So let me take you off.
So I'm going to turn down my speakers.
Okay.
Amazing. Is that better? Is that better?
Let me see.
Is that better?
No.
The echo is still there. Let me take it
back from your end.
Okay, let me take it down again. Is this better?
Let me see. Well, it's lower, but actually at your end. So maybe I don't know. I mean, I won't go. Let me go back out. The techie person. Okay, Amina, what's going on?
So, two things. If you have your computer and your phone on, it's going to echo. So once you're on StreamYard, you have to make sure that you don't have two things going on at the same time. That's one of the reasons. Then the other reason is when the volume is really high up, then you have those echoes coming up. But like she was saying, Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are angry. The youths are angry. The adults are angry. The babies are angry. The mothers are angry. The men are angry. Even Nigerian animals are angry because they can hear, they can feel, they live in the houses with these humans that have been going through this horror for years. So the youths are finally saying that the leaders, this is what I love about this whole thing. They are not saying that they want to come into position. They're saying that you have been elected as a leader, rise up and sit up and behave like the leader that we have elected you to be so that we can have our rights. I love what they are doing. Now, somebody will ask, why did it take this long before the youth are rising up now? It took 60 years because they have been brainwashed for 60 years. If you check me and you, why did we come out here? Some of us has no reason to leave Nigeria. Why? Because we're living a good life in Nigeria. Most Nigerians that come out, the first thing you ask them, the first response they give to you when you ask them, why did you come out here? They will say, oh, to look for a better life. We have better life back home in Nigeria. Nigeria is the richest country in the world. Natural resources. We don't need to depend on our oil at all. We don't need oil to make money in Nigeria. Why should Nigeria be the capital poverty of the world? Why?
Good question. Okay, so I'm going to bring So go ahead. Tell me what you should do.
Hi.
So we're still having
yeah, and all my other devices are turned off. Okay, hold on. I have another computer.
I like
yeah, so Niger, together we stand. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, we have no choice. So I mean, I just very fired up. There's a question that you brought up, and I was talking to a friend of mine today, and okay.
It's upsetting you.
I know.
Okay, maybe I don't know.
What it is.
So is your phone turned up?
At all.
It's turned off, right?
I just have a picture that I'm gonna talk about.
So my want to turn her. Somebody said turn her volume up. Best Davis.
Okay.
So let's see how that works.
Yeah, everyone turn the volume down.
Okay. Okay, now it's down. My volume from 100 has gone down to like 8. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah,
I can.
it's better.
Actually, it's much better.
It's better.
Yeah. So
Is that much better?
There's still that blowback, but it's better. It's so much lower now anyway. So one thing that my friend and I were talking about today, like women, said 60 years. And I said, my friend and I are women of a particular age, dating myself already. But the thing I'm trying to say is, it seems to me that this ENDSARS, I know that's going on in Nigeria right now, the youth. And then when I did group the ages into like groups, you have those that are older, you have the middle age, and then you have the younger. Okay? And you see that it seems that for the last 60 years, so let's just say people born from that era to now, have been the silent age. You know, they were just taking it and taking it. And you will see from that 60 years of brain drain, you know, you made a point, you know, when people see Nigerians outside the country, they're wondering, okay, what are you doing here? That's a productive yes. Then we have those now below that age. Okay, and I think they're the ones who agitate when they below. I mean, the people, the younger ones, like my friend and I said today, we said we have our parents, we have us, and then we have our kids. You see what I'm saying? So that age, that youth age, I think what I'm so happy about is, like Foxxy was saying, I keep calling you Foxxy, that's what I'm talking about. Is that this age group, thank God for social media, they're not keeping quiet. They're different from my age group, where we're told what to do, shut up. That's what we did. But now we've gone on to propagate, and the ones coming behind us are like, you guys did that. This is our country. We're not going anywhere. People just need to do the right thing. Do you agree with what I'm saying, Foxxy? That is just my own analogy. What do you think?
Totally. The young people, you know, they've been called lazy youths. They've been called all kinds of names by the government. They've been taken advantage of. Like, if you look back at history, Buhari, who's in power today, was a governor I think he was a governor at 38. I am closer to 50 right now, and I do not see myself being a governor in the next 10 years. Do you understand? So it's that horse that it has left, that is gone, you know. So why are we still having people that are this, you know, leading us? While we respect our elders and all of that, but you know, we need to, a lot of things need to be reconsidered. You know, we need to bring up more laws that say after a certain age, you know, we need to get the youth back into power. You know, there's no reason why a 37, Justin Trudeau, who is the current prime minister, is what, 48? You know, you see that we're going towards the dynamic. I mean, how is a 78-year-old man going to tell me what's going on social media? Or if you talk about Twitter, what is he going to tell me? You know, do you understand? I mean, even people that at 40, 50 are a little skeptical about going on using social media.
Advisors. What do you mean? He has advisors. He has young advisors.
So the reason
why these older people continue to go is the simple fact that the voices of the people have been kept silent for far too long. Just for the simple reason that these people, when they speak, they get killed. When they speak, they get fired from their job. When they speak, the resources that they're giving to them secretly from behind gets cut out. So if you are in a country where law doesn't mean anything, you are going to, at one point, give up and say, you know what, I'm just going to go with this. Let me just have something to feed my family until something happens or God sends a savior. This is why Nigerians have been waiting for this long, because they've been hoping that God is going to drop manna from heaven, or some abracadabra kind of magic is going to come and wipe these people away. But obviously, thank God for the celebration of Nigeria at 60. The Nigerian youth have seen that if they don't take this into their own hands, nothing will ever change. And my dear, let me remind you something. The same President Buhari, with due respect to his age as an older person, but I have no respect, zero respect for his leadership. When Buhari was leaving power in uniform, he was interviewed, okay, and asked the question that will he ever come back to rule Nigeria? His answer, his response, and I can research that video and repost it. His response at that time, that was, if I remember clearly, 1993. I don't remember, but his response at that time was, no, he will never come back into power, except he's given an opportunity where he is going to not just kill officers, but reform a lot of the old leadership and bring power back to the youth. What happened to that promise? What happened to it?
Okay.
Does he even remember? Does he remember? Today in Nigeria, people are being killed. Life is like a fly that you swipe and that's it.
Okay.
This is going to stop.
So good question, because I do remember, I am young enough to remember when Buhari first came into power. And I believe that was 1983, actually. I was in high school.
83.
And 83. And I remember War Against Indiscipline, he and Idi Agbon, and everybody idolized this man.
That's right.
Buhari. And I do remember when he, people felt when he was coming back, when he was running for presidential election, I understand third time was the charm or something. I don't know. And I remember people that were old enough to remember when he first came on with that Y. I remember it's WAI, War Against Indiscipline. And everyone said, oh, this is the best thing that Nigeria needs because it's going to clean house. People say that until, okay. Yes, it's easier said than done, because people are going to say that it doesn't matter. One of the things I'm going to bring Foxxy back on because the echo was just too bad.
Just take me off, bring her back, bring her on.
And people are complaining. So my thing is, the biggest fear now is that, and I have said this also, the Nigerian youth have as role models these older people. Mm-hmm. So how do we know they will not go the way that, they've always gone? Because I do remember the book, Animal Farm. I don't know any of you have, again, I'm dating myself over and over again. But again, there's a revolution. And after the revolution, then you have those that think that they are more equal than the others. So at this time, I'm going to bring Foxxy on. Let me just hear what she has to say. Hopefully this can
take me up.
Hi. Nah, we still have that echo.
You go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay. Yeah, going back to animal farms. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
Thank you, darling.
That is what it is. You are right. I mean, indeed, in Nigeria, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Pretty much. It's kind of sad, but that is the reality we have lived with for most of our lives, for those of us that grew up back home in Nigeria, and it's kind of sad. And I'm looking at the 5 demands, they call them 5 for 5, that the youths are asking for. Right now, they're asking for the release of the arrested protesters. Some of them allegedly have been released. They are asking for justice and compensation for the people that have lost their lives and the families. That it's an easy enough demand that can be met, I believe. They're also asking for an independent body to kind of prosecute the officers that have killed. That will take a little while to, but the government is saying that they're going to meet all 5. But the problem is, can we believe them in an era where they form all kinds of committees, which is what has been done in the past? They come from all kinds of committees, commission, and so we know the right thing to do. And the commission goes back and does the groundwork, the brain work. However, they just paint, they just use another color to paint the brush and everything, and it's the same thing. The commission brings up the results, nothing is done.
So in saying that, are you saying that what's different about this? What's different about this movement?
The resilience of the youth. They kind of know what they want, and I believe that they're going to stand forth. But like we said, it's happened before. A lot of other people have tried, have come up, have fought. So, but they have to know and stick to their guns. For instance, when the government says, "Oh, we're going to take out SARS, and now we're going to bring SWAT." The youths are saying, "Hello, we have SWAT already. What is going? No. We want these particular things to be done, and we want to see it done right now."
So I'm going to bring Amina on this point. Let's see.
So you did ask just before I go on, you said something that what makes us believe that these youths will not go back, and then you spoke about all animals are equal, but some are equal than other. Amazing. I'll tell you something. Human beings are not animals. Human beings, they know what they want. And I think this point in time, the Nigerian youths knows what is right for them, especially the ones that have been sent abroad to go to school. They have seen that electricity is possible to have 24 hours. They've seen that medical facilities are good to have good ones for when you are sick. So these people have tasted what is good. If they are given an opportunity to step into power, I don't think they would want to go back to the dirt that these people, these cabals have created for our country, Nigeria. So I am not scared that they have mentors. And go ahead.
No, I'm going to come back because I actually want you to finish what you're going to say. Then I'm going to give my 2 cents, where I agree and kind of, let me just go ahead and do it. So let me get some screen time. So you said human beings are not animals. Actually, I beg to differ. They are animals. So, but it depends on how you're using that word. Okay. So when I made reference to Animal Farm, again, it was more of, what do you call that? What is it? Allegory, where it was actually about the Russian Revolution. Okay. And then they kind of used animals as that, just trying to, it was, again, showcasing what happened in that country. So my question is, to piggyback off what you said, what you just said, like you think the youth, they've been out, they've been abroad, they've known what it is to have electricity and things, just the basic human amenities being available to people. But that's not the first time. Nigerians have always been traveling. That's what I'm saying. It's this youth traveling and coming, the youths now, like you're saying, they've been abroad, they've schooled abroad, have come. That's always been the bane of Nigerian experience. Nigerians have always traveled. Nigerians have always known good things. However, coming back into that country, for whatever reason, the system frustrates you. Now, the system is made up of Nigerians. My thing now is, the question I was asking is, it's always fine when you do the whole movement thing, the revolution and what have you. And that's what the Animal Farm was depicting. At a point when people, all those needs have been met, then some start to ascribe onto themselves, but, hierarchy, like status. That stratus that's coming in like, oh no, we formed this. You're going to be the Minister of Information. You here are going to be the Minister of Engineering, whatever. How do I know? How do we know? Because you can't know. Now, that's not to say people shouldn't fight for what's right. But my thing is, and people have also agitated the same thing I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know? What exactly is it going to stay? Is it going to stick? Because even here in diaspora, and that's what made you and I do this. Like, I've been having talks with people, some again jaded. And I said, it depends on that age group or that segment you're in, where Nigeria is 60 years old. So you had those that have been over the years, just keep quiet, don't say anything. Keep quiet, don't say anything. It got so bad, we left. Now we have that age of like, you know what, we're not going anywhere. You all need to leave. If that's it, this is our country. So my thing is, how do we know this also won't go the way of the other? So I'm going to give Amina a chance to comment on that.
I'll tell you something. If anybody comes right now to me and you, or to the Nigerian youth, or to the country Nigeria, and said, I'm going to fix this, I have a quick fix solution, it's a lie. Okay, it's going to take time. Change, especially, is not a comfortable one. Change takes time for people to get used to. How do we know this is going to stick? We don't. But is it better to try? Yes. It's better to try. Take, for example, a country like Rwanda. Did I just lose everybody?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So take, for example, a country like Rwanda.
Go ahead.
Rwanda literally went up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
The Hutus and the Tutsis. Okay. Yeah. Millions of innocent people lost their lives. Okay. Is that what it's going to take for our country, Nigeria, to truly come to where they are supposed to be? I hope not. Mm-hmm. But look at a country like Rwanda today. Mm-hmm. Because of what happened in Rwanda, okay? I was in Rwanda last year, May, okay? Mm-hmm. From the airport, this is a personal experience, not somebody told me stories. From the airport, the moment I arrived at the airport, these people that helps you around, what do you call them? The attendants, the airport attendants. One of them ran to me with a cat, took my luggage, and in Nigeria, I'll be scared right away, right? So I reacted to, no, don't touch it. He said, no, madam, you are okay. You are safe. That was the first thing he said to me. I looked at him. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. But I was still watching. And then he took the cat to the immigration officer where I tendered my passport, and they just checked everything in seconds. Okay, they gave it back and said, welcome to Rwanda. The guy took my stuff to the driver waiting for me outside. I got to the car and I handed about $20 to him. And he's like, no, I wouldn't need that because I'm well paid. Second experience. Was Rwanda like that? No. I'll tell you the amazing third experience that I got. I asked him, I said, where are you originally from? And because he was speaking clean English, no accent, so I couldn't place it. And he said to me, he said, I am first a Rwandian. I'm getting somewhere. He said, I am first a Rwandian. And that was all he said to me. He said, I am from Rwanda. He never said I am from Tutsi or I'm from Hutu. How did Rwandians come to this? They now all believe that together we can enjoy a peaceful country. Together we can tear down this country. They've seen, they've experienced, now they have chosen to have a peace. Nigeria is going to get there. What am I trying to get to? First thing that we are going to begin to do after all of this, reform this, change that, Nigerians has to first believe that they are not Igbos, they are not Yorubas, they are no Hausas, they are no middle belters, they are Nigerians first.
Okay.
That has to come to place.
Right. I'm going to give okay.
Hi. Yeah, that was very interesting, Queen. You made a great point. Right. Indeed, Jen, you said Nigerians have to, first of all, be Nigerians. And I've always wondered, you see the Americans carry the American flag and they're always so proud to be Americans. Canadians carry the Canadian flag. There's always that. So we have to own Nigeria. We have to all believe that we are one Nigeria. We're not going anywhere. Okay, I think, and then I mean, Amazing, you asked a great question too. You said, "Oh, how do we know that this is the one? This is the ENDSARS movement that would change things?" I guess only time can tell. I saw a video by an older Nigerian who had been a student union, who had fought in many different things, and he had some great points. The first one, he said, "Oh, this, don't forget, you people are young people, so you people are new to this game. We have fought many different protests. We've done it so many times." And he said they're going to come at you in different ways. He mentioned fear. They're going to use the army. They're going to use the military to chase you. They're going to come at you from different angles. If that doesn't work, in other words, they're going to send tear gas. They're going to use water hose. They are going to maybe pick up a few people, which is what they did before. And I don't know if you guys remember too, when they were doing the IPOB fight, they used the military. They used the Operation Cobra dance. And I think after that, everybody dispersed pretty much. So they use the military for might, So they're going to do all of that. They don't also forget, they might also start, settling people here and there. Say, "Oh, bring your account." They might send, so when you're aware of these things happening, it's always, which is why it's good to listen to our elders, and you hear, "Oh, okay, these are the different things." So they have to kind of make sure that their strategies are well mapped out, and then take it from there. So, and make sure that these are the things that they want to deliver on, and keep themselves honest, and pretty much.
Thank you very much. One thing I want to talk about what Amina said. She had mentioned, because I was going to actually go there, but she brought some front of it. She talked about the Rwandan and backcountry and Burundi. It's just that we all can't be on the thing, just to curtail the echo. By the way, Nigeria?
No, I'm in Calgary, Canada.
Interesting. There's a reason why. Because, sometimes my people from Nigeria, I get blowback. So I was just wondering what's going on. Anyway, so she asked a question. Very, very, very question. She talked about her visit to Rwanda. She talked about how impressive and how welcoming and how very they've come through the fire, so to speak. Yeah, genocide happened, and that is the thing. We hope it doesn't get there, but sometimes when things get so bad and there's nowhere else to go to, people have to be reborn. You, Foxy, you talked about the American, being proud of their flag and what have you. They went to a war that brought them together. Now you could say, if we're being factual, in Nigeria, the people who probably, I don't know if the two of you are going to read this, that went through such pain, such genocide, were the Igbos. They're the most cohesive group. Why? Because they've been through fire. So there are people who think, again, I don't want to put it out there, but then people are already talking about it, do we, and that brings me to the next question. Are we okay being together as a whole, as Nigeria? Have we, because we all want good. I don't want Nigeria to break up. But then there are factions of the group that think that, what, we're just so different. It doesn't matter what you tell them about our diversity making us strong, because in our difference lies our strength. You have people like the group that we talked about now, who don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? Again, they're very cohesive. They have genocide.
Exactly.
That's the same thing that happened to the Rwandans and the Burundis.
And the Tutsis and the Hutsis. Yep.
I actually have friends from those two. Now they're like brothers, but they died first. So
they did.
They're back. So that's where we are.
Amazing. Honestly, funny, I saw a Singapore video and I was like, where is this? I was like, is this really Singapore, Malaysia? You know, I was like, is this really like, and to think that Singapore, Malaysia, they were like us in the 1970s.
With the
So
power
fast
from
forward how many years after, and they have done so much for their country. You know, nobody's going to build our country for us. You know, we and we alone. And I don't know if the solution, like you said, Amir, is going to be for us to start to splinter and break into states. Like, I mean, when I was growing up, we had 19 states. Now I believe we are almost
200.
at 50. Or, you know, so I don't know if breaking us up any further is the answer. You know, I
Okay.
know there's a lot of agitation, but for
Yeah.
sure we have to, we and we alone can do it for our
And
country.
that is so true. I'm going to bring Amina
Amina
in
in
right
right
now
now.
and throw the same question at her because, again, what does it take, genocide or to break into beats?
Okay.
Fraction, you know.
I would honestly say none of it.
Okay.
Genocide, lives will be lost. We don't want more lives to be lost. The killings in Nigeria is too much.
That's terrible.
Now, breaking up, I would still say no, and I'll tell you why. See, the beauty of our country, Nigeria, is the diversity. It's the me from the north that says Seno Dezwa, to the east that says Ndalu, Ndewo, to the west that says, how do you greet in Yoruba? Ekabo, Ekale. You know, those beautiful languages and dialects makes the beauty of Nigeria. At the same time, is the me from the north that brings the millet, that the Igbo woman would turn into fufu, and the Yoruba person would make it into kunu. Why do I want to bring my millet from the north to now make you get visa before you will come across to come and get it from me? Or you produce your oil from the east, from the west, and I will have to cross one certain border before I'll come get it. It divides us. Even the Bible tells us, say, divided, we will never stand. In unity, we will stand. I'll tell you something that I always tell myself when I start working as a team, and maybe somebody starts coming up with something. I look at the strength of that person. Nigerians need to begin to look at the strength of each region. What is the strength that will complement my weakness from every region? Okay, why do you appreciate the colors of the rainbow today? The colors of the rainbow is being appreciated and being able to be there because of the three primary colors. The three primary colors cannot stand alone. Without mixing them together, you will not get purple. You will not mix. If you don't mix one together, you won't get orange. So all of these three primary colors complement each other. Nigeria, as a country, the diversity within that country complements each other to make the beautiful Nigeria that we know. So dividing Nigeria into two is like buying a brand new Hollandis and rip it apart. You cannot tie it. You can't wear it. So I disagree. There is a solution. And we together, we can stand together and say, you know what? We want a peaceful Nigeria, and we will build that peaceful Nigeria. It's going to take time. It's not going to just come. There's been so much hurt and pain among the tribes, among individuals. I pray that our generation will live to see that peaceful Nigeria. That's how long I think it's going to take.
Right, I pray so too. You know, I mean, your point is very succinctly made. You know, I admire your belief in the system. I admire your belief in you know, the Nigeria coming together. But then I've also listened to different factions. You know, I've listened to people from different parts of the country, you know, and they said, no, this is not, it's been going on. It's not. Again, you mentioned genocide. You talked about those people. It didn't happen. People had to, again, I need people to understand this. This is Ameze talking now. I'm not saying lives should be lost. Why would I want that? I'm just saying that the truth of the matter is we have to look at, you feel a certain way, I feel a certain way. I think when people are diverse, they're actually strong.
That's right.
It's like, different branches of a tree, or leaf and what have you. It makes you strong. But then there are people also, again, I'm not going to mention name, but I was talking to someone because we're going to have this show, and I think he's actually watching, and it's from a different sector of the country. And I was like, this is what, I'm going to be talking about with a panel of my friends today. And actually the first thing he was asking was, who is from my region, his region?
No,
that
we're all Nigerians.
And then I said, well, how do you mean? It's like, no, because then if you haven't won, and I say this too to people, I say this to my kids, I say this to my students, I say this if you haven't walked in my shoes, you can't tell me how to feel.
That's true.
Okay. And then he made that point. He said, everybody talks about how it's good to come together, but you know what? There's a sector of people that just feel like they are at a disadvantage. Nobody's listening to that. Another thing he brought out, he said, you guys talk about Black Lives Matter in the US, and everybody wants to tell you how to feel. It's the same way we feel. Do you see what I'm saying? I am one person, I like to listen to different, again, you want this thing of, no, look, we can do this. But then there are people who think, no, I don't think so. Maybe we should.
I'll tell you something though. I'll tell you something just to buttress what you're saying.
Yeah.
See, the rate that this is going now, okay? If Nigerian leaders don't do anything, and read my lips, I said it in my video earlier. If Nigerian leaders don't stand up to do something, Nigeria is going to go in flames. And people are going to die. Nigeria is going to go in flames and people are going to die. But that time is not because they have planned to do that. Right now, they have planned to get peace. But if peace doesn't come and these demands are not met, Nigeria is going to go in flames. These youths are that ready. I've spoken to quite a lot of leaders from Nigeria. I just don't want to do politics and bring them up on my channel. But trust me, what you're saying, it's at the back of their mind. But they would rather avoid it.
Oh, well, yes.
You see what I'm saying?
It's easy to destroy. It's difficult to build.
To rebuild. Yeah. Now you're hearing me. Yes. So I actually agree with
the same thing.
Yeah.
You talked about Rwanda. I mean, Rwanda didn't come like that.
No.
It took genocide.
Somebody decided. Yeah.
It's like Liberia.
You know what? Enough is enough.
Yeah.
And that was what happened. So good luck to our country, Nigeria.
Let me bring I'm gonna bring. Oh, okay. I hope I didn't lose you, did I?
No, you didn't. I'm still here. You know when you guys talk about the genocide thing, you forget that we have also had our own genocide. Evil. So we were slaughtered.
Yes,
en masse. And if it hadn't been that we had some BBC reporters on the ground that were filming and recording the war in 1966 to 69. If it hadn't been that we had people on ground actually recording to tell the history, the Igbos might have been totally lost. You might not have had the Igbo tribe today. So we have had the war. And I think we have come to an era where we are no longer carrying, like Obama said, we're no longer fighting with horses and cutlasses and all of that, right? We now have to fight the war in an intelligent manner. In other words, if the government is assuming, like Queen, like you just said, if the government is thinking that they're just going to laugh at us and then send out the military, and don't forget, we now have social media. We have more tools and we have people from the international world listening, and they are also saying, hey, hashtag ENDSARS. People, so it's not going to be the same. Oh, you just use tear gas and send us back to our no. We're talking about this right now, so we're using different forms and methods to fight. So we definitely don't want bloodshed again. We are praying, but we really don't need to lose any more lives than we have already lost. So, but
I had
Foxxy. So Foxxy, we talked about the genocide. That's exactly what I said. I said the genocide affected a sector of the country.
Yeah,
and they are the most cohesive. of everyone in that country. That factor, that sector that experienced genocide. And they're the ones now agitating to leave. But the genocide has brought them together. So that's what I'm saying, that we have to get to that. Of course, we don't want it to, but like Amina said, look, it's out two things. We pray it doesn't get there. Nobody wants, we don't want it. But those people that experienced genocide didn't want it either. You know, you have to pain. Pain is, for want of a better word, is painful, right? And I mean, it's easy to destroy. It's so easy. It's rebuilding. But in rebuilding, that feeling and that sensation and that experience of, we do stand for one thing, only us. So my question is, are Nigerians there? Yeah. I'm enjoying the momentum of this movement. I really am. You know, it's like it's on Mars. You know, and then there are people supporting from different parts of the world, you know, prominent faces and names. But my thing is, again, like I've been listening to other people, I've talked to people in Nigeria, I've talked to people here. The fear, especially of the people here that I've talked to, is like, so why is that? Why is this? Been there, done that. What? Please, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Why do you think you're going to bring that in?
So I didn't catch the question.
So I'm saying that, sorry, yeah. So we don't have the echo. I'm saying I have talked to people here in the diaspora. You know, I've talked to people in Europe, I've talked to people here, I've talked to people in Africa, I've talked to people in different, you know, again, when this movement started. And the general consensus, what I get is, been there, done that, please. People are too hungry, they're going to be bought. Don't worry about it, we've been there. And then people remind, don't you remember this? And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But why do you think there's that, please?
You can't blame them, because again, when you've tried your best and given up hope, and then you see, I like telling stories, I like giving analogies. So for example, you're going and you're driving in your car, and all of a sudden your headlamp goes off. So your headlamp goes off, you're like, okay, let me go put it back. You put it back, then you go again, and then your headlamp goes off. And then you go back, you put it again, the headlamp goes off. At a point, you're going to give up and say, okay, what is wrong with this headlamp? You know what? When somebody now come and said, you drive into a mechanic workshop, and then they finally put another brand new headlamp on you to your car, and the mechanic gives you hope and said, don't worry, it's gonna take you to where you're going, it's not going up again. Immediately, amazing, you will not start jumping for joy. You would still be skeptical, like, oh no, I don't know when this is gonna go up. And then you keep going and then keep going, then finally it brings you to your expected end. So these people that have this attitude, I don't blame them. I actually had that before. Like when this whole thing started, I'm like, it's one of those Black Lives Matter thing, and then it's just going to come to an end. And Nigeria, having known the kind of country we are from, these guys who go and give people bags of rice and like, I beg go, I don't want to do this thing again. No, now these people give me rice where I feed my pikin today. My message to you guys, if anybody listening now will listen later, do not sell your birthright for a pot of porridge. We have been singing, don't sell your birthright, don't sell your birthright, don't sell. This time, please don't. Because these youth have taken the courage to come out. Some have lost their lives. Let us support them. Let us encourage them so that we can have a better Nigeria. Not just for the youth. I'm pretty sure most of us here have children that would want to go back home. I have friends here that their children are reading political science, and one of their theses that they're writing is based from Nigeria. These children would want to go to Nigeria, that same country, to go visit. When they go and they don't come back, will that be your joy? Because the country is not safe, they got killed, or they got kidnapped, or they got their luggages stolen from. We don't want to expose our children to such a country. So this is our opportunity for those of us that are out here with the air mentality or the air attitude, whatever way my sister put it. Please, guys, let us come together. Let us come together to support this movement so that Nigeria would be forever the country that we want we want our country to become. One more thing before I let you go. The things that our people are demanding is not out of the ordinary. It's not out of the ordinary. They're simple, basic necessity of life.
Well, they've not had this for years, so it's probably a big thing for Nigerians. But go ahead. Basic amenities. Yeah.
Basic things. Like, why should somebody be flown out of the country to get good medical help? Nigeria is the same country that these same people were flying from outside the country to come to Nigeria to have good medical health years ago. My dear, in New York City, I did a research. In New York City, the amount of Igbo doctors that are in New York City, oh my goodness.
Yeah, maybe you should do more research and come to Ohio and tell me the amount of consultants. These are not just ordinary doctors. These are doctors that teach doctors with specialized practices. Look, we know this. So this is my thing. What can Nigerians in diaspora do?
This is the same question I was asking myself before I even asked anybody. This same question, super intelligent question. What can I do as a Nigerian in the diaspora with this SARS movement and all the chaos in Nigeria? One thing, the most important thing that we can do is what you are doing now, our voices. We need to continue to speak until we turn Timbuktu. We should never keep quiet. The other thing Nigerians in the diaspora can do is, if you have access to the government officials, even just the MP of your neighborhood, go and look for that government official's office and explain what is going on. Capture them in a video, if possible, talking about what is going on in Nigeria. When George Floyd was killed, it was not just America that took up the flag and started saying Black Lives Matter. Africans stood out from all over the continent of Africa. They stood up to say Black Lives Matter. Okay? I love what Tiwa Savage put out. Tiwa Savage was talking to these musicians that go to take our resources and come back to their country and feel big and look good and make money with it. This is the time for us, anybody that have access to these people, reach out to them. Let them come out and begin to say Nigerian lives matter too, especially the youth of our country. That is what we in the diasporans can do. We are not to sit back and fold our hands. People that know me knows that I am never, ever interested in politics. I do nothing. I know nothing about politics. But this one will not pass me by. Why? Because Nigerian lives matters. And my children are first Nigerians, even though they were born here. I teach them that they're from Nigeria. So I will not keep quiet, and I don't think any Nigerian in the diaspora should keep quiet. Your voice is good enough.
It matter. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm gonna add.
Hey.
Yeah. So what should how can we help?
Well, my queen said we have to continue to lend our voices, and then know who your leaders are. Really do know them. If you actually go on the internet, I had to go, who is my governor, get to go find who your senator is, who represents you, and begin to hit him up on the phone and say, Oga, I don't understand why anybody the police cannot be controlled. I don't understand what is going on. This is not why we ask for the police to be out here. They're meant to protect us. They're meant to, we don't want it. So, we have to keep talking. We have to reach out. We have to vote. I know, like, when I have my voters registration for last year, and I was determined so much to, even though I wasn't in the country, unfortunately. But if you are and you can get your voters card, don't let people intimidate you. You know, do whatever you can to vote. I always wanted to always have a debate forum for, you know, our leaders, so our leaders can be tested. You know, it's kind of sad and disheartening that allegedly the Lagos state governor went to speak with Buhari and he laughed about the 5 requests. You know, the youths are not asking for that much. They're asking for the police people who are meant to be protecting them, for their salaries to be increased. You know, people, they're like going back and forth on that. You know, but you know, we have to continue to speak, those of us in the diaspora, and we have to go back home, talk to our children, and let them know that, guys, as much as people are here, but you know what, home is still home. East, west, north, south, home is still home. So I try to teach my children Igbo so that they take them home, take them back to Amala, and show them this is where, you know, you come from. This is the place. So this is where, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we do what we can. We also support where we can financially. I know that's also of great, you know, like people right now, the people that are out there can be fed. If you have means to, you know, meet a caterer or someone, that is still it might be little, but you know, it sustains the protest and the movement. We move.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, and I thank you guys. And what you're saying, actually, this is very valid points and good suggestions and advice. I had Mr. Sadiq Daba on earlier on today, and it's interesting that he had done a movie called, for those who don't know, it was called To the First. And one of the questions I asked him was, what has changed in 60 years? You know, and okay, he's going to, just so the echo can go away. And I'd asked him, you know, what had changed in 60 years, because he said he did remember, because again, he's a gentleman of a certain age, and he said he remembered Nigerian independence because he was already a youth. And he did remember, and he grew up in Sierra Leone, and he said he remembered the dancing. He remembered the jubilation, just being Nigerian, and other people rejoice because it's like, oh, one of us, you know, because again, a lot of African countries were fighting for their independence, and just to have one, you know, actually claim that, it was a big thing. So I'm like, you said in this movie, what has changed in 60 years? It's like, you know, it has steadily gotten worse. It has steadily gotten worse. Back then, you know, there was more cohesiveness. It didn't matter if you were Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, or wherever. But it just steadily got worse. You know, people got more greedy. People did things. They got away with it. So it's sad, because someone mentioned to me today that a salary cannot buy a bag of rice. A family salary in Nigeria. And then I was like, how much is a bag of rice? Like, I don't know, maybe 30-something thousand. Again, I'm not sure of those figures, but my thing is just sad to see. It's such a beautiful, blessed country. Like Amina said, and I'm going to quickly bring you in, so you're going to do the last word. You know, I'm also going to give you, Foxy, a chance to do that so we can round up. But like Amina said, I also listened to what Tiwa Savage said, and that really touched me because I like her anyway. But it made sense. I do. I like her a great deal. She's a great singer. But it's true. You know, it's one thing to dance our dance, eat our food, mingle with Nigerians when it's okay. But just like I remember Michelle Obama had also had the sign of free our girls, you know, when that whole, what was that thing, when the girls were kidnapped, right? It's the same thing. We need people to know their voice, you know. A lot of people in diaspora, probably jaded, bitter, what have you, but Foxy said it well. It's one Nigeria, you know. We need to, after all said and done, that is the heritage. That is our heritage, you know. And so just last word, I mean, I'm going to have you do that, and then so we can round up.
Well, what can I say? Right. It's unfortunate we found ourselves where we are right now after 60 years of a great, blessed, super blessed country Nigeria. Nigeria was once nicknamed as the giant of Africa. And I want to still believe that we are still the giant of Africa, even though it doesn't look like that. It doesn't feel that way right now. But I just want to implore everyone here to please don't give up on this great country, Nigeria. Do not give up on our great country, Nigeria. If we stand together in unity, loving the country, Nigeria, not for any selfish reason, but just to bring back the name that beautiful country had for a very long time, we would be able to achieve what we are looking for. I would remind you one thing. Nigeria was a country where the president of United States rolled out a red carpet to receive our president in this same land, United States. The same thing, 60 years later, a Nigerian president, 59 years later, a Nigerian president arrived to United States and nobody knew about it. He was not welcome. He was not celebrated, nothing. Is that the kind of country we want to leave for our children? Where a country where you're going out and you're ashamed of bringing out your green passport? Let us stand together this time. This is the one opportunity that we have. After this, I don't think we would have this kind of opportunity again. So please, guys, let us come together and fight for the right of our nation. Thank you.
Very well spoken. I'm going to bring Miss Foxxy here.
Yes, well said. Nice one, Queen. I would say in closing that when we understand that our strength is in our number, that being 200 million is not to our disadvantage, but our strength is in our number, and that the most valuable thing we have as Nigerians is the people. I would advise the government to listen to the youth. Listen to them, hear them well. They talk now, they take small voice, talk them. They are okay now, maybe they hear. Nigerian youth, listen to them. Please, they are the future. They are who you are working for. You people are public servants. Please listen to them.
They're the future Nigerians. That's their faith. Before you go, that's what were they?
Oh, we, the older ones. I put myself in the Benue. That means when you keep quiet and now Sorosoke they speak up.
Okay, I like that. So we are the Benue. Sit down. And now these are the I love that. Yes. So thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Miss Foxxy. Thank you, Queen Amina. You all, spoke so well. Thank you for coming. Again, this topic matters to us. We'll probably come back. Either I'll be in Queen Amina's show or Foxy Mama. Love that name. Nice to meet your acquaintance. And I love what she said. Our generation, it's so true. It's Benwe Dake, like hush, don't, just you're heard and you're not to be, you're seen not to be, not to be heard. And now we have the youths are like Sorosoke, loud and clear, and they're speaking. So those who have ears should listen, please listen. We don't want a genocide. We don't want any fragmentation. There's no need for that. We don't need to lose any more lives. Anyone who's laughing is sad, because it's going to be painful at the end for them, because when people listen, you need to take note. So again, ladies, thank you so much. I thank you for coming, and please be safe and be blessed. And thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And make sure all of you watching are signed up and subscribe to ENDSARS TV. She brings up the best of the best shows.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, amazing.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. So, thank you so much. Those were Queen Amina show. She's just a lovely sister. She's got a show here on YouTube. Please visit her YouTube channel. You get to meet great guests, lovely topics. And Foxy Mama 365 also has a show. So please go ahead and also visit her channel. Again, for those of you who are always supporting me, thank you. I mean, how can I thank you? I keep saying thank you. I sound like a broken record, but really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you've never been on my channel, you've never subscribed, please go ahead, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So every time, you know, when I'm on, when I have all these wonderful guests, you're never bored anytime you come to my channel. Again, if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, it's Ameze Superstar. I'm also on Facebook. It's Ameze. And if you want to reach me directly, my email is amezesuperstar@gmail.com. Thank you, guys. Be safe, be kind. Please wear masks when it is necessary, okay? Just do the right thing. So until I come your way again, take care.